Hello, welcome to the mindtrack.net server. Thought I'd do a real quick update here. Lou Paulus and I worked on, I believe it's Deck 7 yesterday. We got her done. And this morning went ahead and mirrored her over. Just wanted to do a real quick show of how it looked. I'm also going to be testing out some new encoding software to try and help YouTube with the problems it's been having. Not sure why YouTube likes having problems, but it's YouTube, so what can you do? Also, a couple of interesting things. Windows Essentials, Windows Security Essentials, their update starts flagging Minecraft and Minecraft-related software as being virus and Trojan infested and everything else, and it's been causing me a lot of problems today. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is, but I've been lagging out like crazy, and even when I try to reinstall stuff, it still flags it as a virus, so not sure why. It has something to do with Microsoft. As usual, they're usually the culprits on a lot of things. This is the Arboretum. The reason why there's dirt here than white than dirt is because I can't have dirt all over the floor, because below this is areas that well, I'll just show you real quick here. Whoops, and I bounced out of the ship, didn't mean to do that, but as you can see, the dirt directly above me here, part of the ship that's directly under that, I can cover up the or hide the dirt, that is, in the ceiling in some rooms, like this room here, for example, but I can't hide it over a corridor, and I don't want people walking down a corridor looking up at dirt. And dirt's an ugly texture, it always has been, and it'd be kind of stupid to be walking around a starship and go, oh, you've got a dirt roof. But in here, I can hide it by putting machinery and stuff that's specifically designed for agricultural purposes. Again, I can't hide it here or here, but I can hide it here and over the top of this Jeffries tube and whatnot, which is what we did. But I can't move it over any further this way. I could probably, if I wanted to, extend it down here. I probably will once I mirror this deck and compensate for it, as well as right here. Let me turn on the gamma light. Anyways, that'll probably have a agricultural room assigned to it. Same with this one here, much like what I have over here. And I can have it there because this is part of a wall, so the wall will hide the dirt, and the dirt up here will also, it's hidden by this. This is just a short roof. This will all be turned into machinery and stuff. Anyways, let's go back up to the upper deck here and take a look around. Whoops, let's come on, fly. Sometimes I fly, sometimes I fall. Yes, the way the game works. Anyways, you can see that the mirroring went pretty good. You get your little crossover rooms here. This will be engineering sections, of course. Power transfer, well, whatever. I was going to say a nice word there, but now I can't remember what it was, so work with it. I'm going to go ahead and turn off gamma light, and we can get the ambient light going on here. These are quarters. There are a lot of crew quarters on these decks. The ones that don't have markers on them yet, I haven't decided what we're going to put in them. That'll come later, hopefully. I won't end up with a brain freeze on it, but this is the upper hangar, shuttle parking area. And as you can see, we already have a couple of shuttles sitting in here doing nothing. So, kind of a, yeah, they should fit. But with lifts, goes up to the upper hangar and out the door. Pretty cool. These over here are cargo bays and maintenance areas for the shuttles and for the cargo area of the ship. Gotta have lots and lots of cargo space on a big spaceship. Why? I don't know. Maybe something to do with their 5-year missions, who knows. Anywho, pretty much it. Lupala spent a lot of time going through filling in the walls yesterday after I logged off. I sincerely appreciate him doing that. It saved us a lot of time. Not too much things had to be readdressed. I did take out a couple of the turbo lifts that were mirrored onto the other side along the center beam of the ship. Again, those aren't needed. They're redundant. If there's like one here, then cross the hull and there'd be another one right here. There's no point to it. You only need one. So went through, did that. I also finished up most of the Jeffries tubes along this deck. And again, you know, these rooms here will probably be repurposed for something. I'm not sure exactly what, but they will be repurposed for. Ooh, well, that'll have a thing on it, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, the reason it's red is we're right below escape pods. It's this is one of the bigger decks. The next deck below it, I believe, is the biggest deck of the ship. I think it's deck 8. I could be wrong. Might be the next 2 decks down. Who knows? I'll get to it when I get to it. But it is a pretty sizable deck. It would take, on average, it'd take you about 2 to 3 minutes to walk it across, to walk around at normal speed. And like I said, it is full of crew quarters. This is going to be repurposed as a lounge, so it has, right now it has 2 windows, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 more right there and right there, so it'll have a total of 8 windows in it, or 6 windows, whatever. It'll, I gotta fix this too. This won't be a big room like this. This will be repurposed as well. It will be a crew quarters, or it might even be an offshoot of this lounge. I haven't decided yet, because I could easily turn this whole section here into a lounge where they walk in and pass through the lounge back out the other side, or I can leave it as a corridor and just split the lounge. This will be like one part of the lounge and this would be the other part of the lounge. I haven't decided yet. Or I could make this back to a crew quarters, which it currently is, but of course, you know, it's got 2 doors and a big center door, which if I kept it as a crew quarters, I'll fix all that. I'll decide later what I want to do. But it's kind of neat to walk around these ships after they're done. Come back to them a couple of years later, a couple of months later, and you just want to rip everything out and redo it all. I don't know what it is, you know, everything changes and new build styles come along, and all of a sudden, you know, the build style you thought was current is outdated and you want to update it. Make sure these are all aligned. Yep. There were some windows that had to be moved on the other side that may not have been recalculated over here, but it looks like they were. I think Luke probably saw them and fixed them for me. Thank you. Here's an example of one of the things I made a mistake on. When I reset the center beam here, the number for this is very close to the number for this. The block IDs. So I boo-booed and I put a whole bunch of stairs through here on the other side. I didn't get them all. Evidently I missed a couple here and there, so here's one of them, and you know, fixed. That means it's probably the same thing on the other side, but I couldn't replace the stairs. Once they were placed, we would not allow me to replace the stairs or remove them or do anything with them. I couldn't even you know, undo the edit. It was just done, and I had to go through with Lupalis again helping me replace all of the stairs with this block here, and he did the significant work on that, so I sincerely appreciate him taking the time to do that and fix my mistake for me. You know, we all make mistakes, and with the numbers like the block ID in this, I think it's like 159:6, and the stairs are 156. So I made a mistake, got in a hurry, was rushing it, didn't pay attention to what I was typing, typed the wrong thing, then spent the next 2 hours fixing it. See, here's a couple more of them. Oops. So anyways, I got to go back through the ship and through the deck. I thought I got them all, but I missed a few. It's understandable, you know, you get excited, you're getting close to getting her done, you know, and go off and do something dumb like that, and which is exactly what I did, was something dumb. And what they say, slow and steady, and you'll win the race. If you rush it and don't think about it, you'll inevitably screw something up that'll cost you the race. And I thought I was taking it slow, but I did. I got a little ahead of myself, and that was that. That doesn't belong there. So, anyways, I'm going to fix that one real quick. This is a, I'll call it pumpkin lighting, but it's jack-o'-lantern lighting. Let's let people know that they're... Okay, that was a little weird. I don't think I can put 3 spotlights in here. Oh, yes I can. Awesome. 3 spotlights. Outstanding. 3 spotlights. Outstanding. So you guys get to see some things get fixed online. 3 spotlights. Outstanding. 2 spotlights. Not outstanding. Screw it. Gonna fix it. Can't have all your cookies and eat your cake too. We can try. Thing is, I make these changes, then I gotta remember I made them. I gotta go to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. And sometimes remembering where I put all the changes and stuff, yeah, it gets a little over frustrating. But it's the fun part. Fun part of making spaceships. Remembering all the changes you make. See, I still can't figure out where that other one was at. Anyways, I'll spend more time going through this deck, making sure I got rid of all the stairs and double checking everything again. You know, it's a drag, but it's one of those things I enjoy doing when I have nothing else to do and I'm burned out. Take my time doing stuff. It's interesting, you know, wintertime comes around, weather changes, everybody sort of slows down, takes the holidays serious, and which is good. For me, you know, I don't have an extended family anymore. I have my nephews and stuff like that, but most of the people that I grew up with are no longer with us. You know, it's just, you know, facts of life. Things change, and so, you know, yeah, I have a lot more free time than I used to during the holidays. Yeah, I don't mind it so much. But you know, if I get the chance to go out of town and spend it with the friends and family that are still around, I do. And this year is one of those years where nobody has any extra money, so everybody's sort of just hanging out at home, and I'm no exception. Having to buy health care that costs like 5 times as much as it did last year. It's kind of a drag, but you know, it's progress. You know, it's for the better. So, got our fingers all crossed and stay home and work on spaceships, or in this case, Minecraft spaceships on the Minecraft server. But yeah, I like that. That's a lot nicer. Anyways, I will go back through the ship and double check everything on that deck, and we'll start work on the next deck. And hopefully we'll have it mirrored before Christmas. I'm confident that we'll get close to it, but you know, it just depends how much free time I decide I want to spend on this as opposed to playing other games. So, because it's kind of easy to get burned out, and I don't want to get burned out. As you can see, there's a lot of work to be done on this, and it's nice because I can just copy the pattern and just drop sand and then replace the sand with magenta underneath it, and it's pretty much done. But there are still a lot of empty rooms that have to be purposed for things. Hopefully, you know, some of the other guys that play on the server will pop in and give us some ideas on what to put in there. Fingers crossed Imheller will get bored and come along and help us with some of the engineering aspects of the ship. Past that, yeah, I'm open. If anybody has an idea for an empty room, stick a sign in it, and we'll see. You know, completely open to get all the help we can get on finishing up this big ship, and then hopefully finish some work on the other ships. Speaking of which, let me jam on the old speed mod here. After doing a flyby yesterday for the update for yesterday, I noticed there were some things on the outer side of this ship that I wanted to fix. This is, of course, the Probert C version. And I did, and I came through and I tweaked some of the stuff and cleaned up the hull. I gotta admit, I like it a lot better. It's a lot cleaner looking now. The hard part was I did this side, and then I had to remember how I did it for this side, because I can't copy, mirror it, flip it, and stick it over here. It has to be, you know, block per block changed over here as it was over there. That took a little bit of doing, but I think it came out pretty good. I got a lot of the the oddities and artifacts that were bugging me cleaned up and out of the way, and has a lot cleaner line now, a lot more flow to it. There's still a lot of work to be done with it, but it's a unique hull design, so you know, it's going to have these odd little dips and divots and stuff like that we can't get away from. But yeah, I'm literally starting to get excited about going back through here and fixing some of the issues that this hull of the ship has. Again, this was my first solo major build apart from the Sovereign, and this is actually larger than the Sovereign, but the Sovereign we had deck plans for, this one we didn't, and I had to pretty much make this up as I went. So we had really good detailed exterior shots and 3D shots, but nothing for the interior, so it was all pretty much, you know, whatever seemed logical is what we put in there, getting a little bit of a memory slowdown there. Well, I do appreciate you watching, and as always, have a nice day, and this is the Mindtrack.net server. Thank you. Bye-bye.